So let's bring this right back to grassroots. Let's keep this very simple and very straightforward. If all this podcast does is help you make a minimum of £1,000, I want this podcast to be an actual tool and a resource that you use to go out there and apply to bank some cash. Your first £1,000 in property. So let's bring this right back to grassroots. Let's keep this very simple and very straightforward. If all this podcast does is help you make a minimum of £1,000, I want this podcast to be an actual tool and a resource that you use to go out there and apply to bank some cash. So let's keep it simple, because when we're talking about property, there's property investing through buy and hold strategies, there's buy and flips through property development, there's multiple different investment strategies. And the idea when you go and do those, you know, it's going to take some funds to acquire the property, whatever route you're going to go down. It's going to take time to get the money back out with your profit. And we all know about property trading. Property trading is where you go and source a property and you sell it on to an investor or a preferred investor ideally, and you make several £1,000s by simply just sitting in the middle of a transaction. Even that takes time. I want this podcast to be focused around what you can do in the next week, the next 5 to 7 days. Hey, if you really take this seriously, you could do this in the next 24, 48 hours. Now, one of the things that we talk about when it comes to, leveraging your power team is commissions and referrals. Now, who's your power team? Your power team's people like your mortgage broker, estate agent, letting agent, builder, tax advisor. The people that you're going to need around you to support you in your journey. It could be other property source, it could be anyone. And what you want to be doing, solicitors as well, when you do conveyancing, what you really want to be doing is aligning yourself with your power team. Now, if you don't have a power team in place, then just go and find a builder, someone who's got all the trades, or go and find a mortgage broker. Just find one person within your power team. I would say either a mortgage broker, a builder is the best one to go for. It could be an estate agent, a letting agent, or any of those types of people, right? Or a solicitor. There's the 5 different people. And go and speak to just one of those 5 and ask them, will they pay you a commission and a referral if you pass them business? Now, if you're going to be in property and you want to be in property, wouldn't it make sense to be vocal? Wouldn't it make sense to tell people? Wouldn't it make sense to tell your family, friends, work colleagues, people around you, social media, getting it out there? Hey, just thought I'd let you know that I've teamed up with an awesome builder who's doing lots of renovations for investors. If there's anybody out there that's looking to get a new kitchen, a bathroom, or is looking to get some work done, maybe an extension or conversion, I've got the right guy for you. Reach out to me and I'll hook you up. Something so simple. And you can replace the builder with your mortgage broker, with your estate agent, whatever it may be. And all you're looking to do in the next 24 to 48 hours is get vocal. Talk to people about your power team. If you're going to be in property anyway, what you're going to find is 6 months down the line, 12 months down the line, people will come to you and say, hey Paul, you're in property, aren't you? Do you have a builder? Do you have an electrician? Do you have a paint decorator? Do you have a mortgage advisor? Do you have a tax advisor you could recommend me? And the answer is going to be yes. So most people think that they need to go out there and do their first property deal before they make any money. But what if you could make a few £1,000s? And just to put this into perspective, in the early days for me, in my property journey, I was making anywhere between £2,000 to £3,000 a month just on referrals from my power team. Forget the builder for a moment. I'm talking about from my solicitor, from estate agents, from letting agents, from mortgage brokers, from financial advisors, just passing business to those people. From a builder, I was making upwards of £10,000 a month. Yes! A 6-figure business a year just in referring business to my builder. Take, for example, a refurb that's going to cost £10,000 for you as an investor, or you as someone who's going to give repeat business, as in getting the refurb done to a good standard at a good price. And if you think about it, if a builder goes and quotes work for someone, and there's 3 builders, you're going to get 3 different quotes. You're going to get a low quote, you're going to get a medium quote, and you're going to get a high quote. So which one wins the business? Is it the cheapest? Is it the middle person? Is it the most expensive? Well, who knows? Sometimes the most expensive wins, sometimes it's the cheapest, sometimes it's the middle person. In my opinion, it's who can demonstrate the most amount of value. So with your builder, can you demonstrate enough value and why they should use your builder? Because let's say the refurb is £10,000. Again, they could have went and got a quote for 9,000, they could have got a quote for 13,000, making up numbers here. Now your quote's 11,000. You've got £1,000 in there as a referral fee from your builder. And again, in Protege, we're going into a lot of detail about this, how to structure this, how to monetize this, how to be hitting, you know, £10,000 a month through just liaising with and setting yourself up with another builder. We talk about all of that, but let's just bring it back to grassroots. Teaming up with a builder, it could be going in and doing a kitchen. The kitchen's going to be £5,000, it's now £5,500, where you're going to be making an extra £500 commission there. And this is where we need to get resourceful, focus on one person from your power team and go out there and put them out to your network. And what you're going to find is that there will be people ready to use your power team right now. Or the more you talk about your power team, the more you talk about being involved in property, whether it's 2 weeks down the line, a month down the line, someone will reach out to you and they will think about you first before anyone else, because you've told people, you've been vocal about what you do, about your team and how they're there for other people to utilise. Referral marketing is so powerful, and earning commissions from the people you're going to work with anyway is going to build goodwill with your power team. They'll want to work with you over the long term. They'll want to give you more business and better rates. Why? Because you're passing them business, you're helping making them money, and you're making money at the same time as well. So this is just some simple practical steps that we can do. Let's go right back to step one. Step one is pick one person from your power team. Just one person. It could be a builder, mortgage broker, solicitor, letting agent, estate agent, regardless. Go and meet with that person or company. Ask them about a referral campaign, what commissions they'll pay, negotiate to get a good rate for yourself, and then be vocal. That's the next step. Step three is to be vocal. Talk to people, let people know what you're up to, what you're doing, put yourself out there on social media, and maybe if it's a builder, get some of their before and after pictures and use those, put them out. Let your builder know you're going to use those to actually win some business to pass to him, and he'll go out and price it, do all the quote, and add in the commission for you. I would love nothing more for you to go out and utilise what I'm saying here. And don't mistake this as this simplicity is easy and simple, because sometimes it's the things that are so easy and simple is the things that we don't actually do. We're too busy focused on trying to hit a home run by going sourcing a deal that we get paid in 6 months' time, rather than focus on just getting to first base. Because just banking that first £1,000 is going to do a number of things. It's going to give you confidence. It's going to give you belief. It's going to get you fired up. It's going to get you excited. It's going to get you pushing for your next £1,000. It's going to make you feel this is real. You're in this game. You're going to start to be seen. All of that is priceless. Forget the £1,000. It's priceless, that there. The confidence you get off the back of this is priceless. That knock-on effect to all areas of your business and yourself, you can't even put a number on that. That's worth way more than the actual monetary value of £1,000. So what can you do to go out there and just get that first £1,000 under your belt, the quickest and easiest way, cash in there in your hand, in your bank over the next few days, fortnight at most, if you get resourceful from now, the moment you've listened to this podcast, and take action, it's there for you. And if you do that, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love to hear from you if you've applied this and took action and got the results, whatever it may be. Hey, if it's more than £1,000, freaking awesome. So I look forward to hearing from you. Let's go out there and get your first £1,000 by just monetizing your power team. I'll speak to you soon. All the best and bye for now.